It's time for another episode of the Very Online Show, and as with the previous episodes, my name is Tamoor. I'm joined by another very online person, Lucy James.
So online that I didn't change my shirt from last week's recording, because we're doing it on the same day.
Meanwhile, we've got Jeff, who's here, who has got a new shirt. Tell us about your shirt, Jeff.
My shirt is what looks to be some sort of production still from the great film of 1990. I want to say it's either 4 or 6. Mm-hmm. The film Airheads, starring Steve Buscemi, Brendan Fraser, and Adam Sandler, among many, many countless other actors and actresses.
But those are the stars.
Yeah, those are the stars. And, obviously paying homage to our buddy Brendan from last episode.
I feel like he's the mascot of this show now.
Yeah, this is a Brendan Fraser stand show now. That's where we're at.
It's Brendan Fraser presents the Very Online Show.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the subject.
Brendan, we'll have our people reach out to your people.
We'll reach out to you. Brendan Fraser was the subject of last week's episode. This week's episode, however, Jeff, you're going to learn some wild things because Lucy has got quite something prepared. Lucy, tell us what you got cooking.
So, because Tam and I out the rest of this week, I was looking for a subject matter that's kind of a bit more evergreen, a bit interesting to dig into. And so I was thinking about something that I have seen on Facebook. So, Jeff, tell me about your Facebook use.
Don't lie, because Zuck has your data and we can request it. So we will be able to verify.
So outside of having an Instagram account, I don't have a Facebook account.
Wow.
I canceled it 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Wow. No metaverse for you.
No, all it was doing for me was showing me who amongst my old high school friends were closet racists.
Oh, okay.
And how much of my, friends' parents were idiots. Mm-hmm. And all it did was induce rage and disappointment, and basically what that machine turned into was just like a losing faith in humanity vessel that I was just like, I can't look at this thing anymore because it is our undoing.
Then boy, do I have an episode for you.
I truly believe that to be like not even high concept theory. I believe it to be a fact.
Well,
among other things.
That's good. So today we're going to look at, in particular, one very infamous side of Facebook, which is Facebook's kind of capital P pivot to video. It's resulted in a lot of drama, and I feel like this is one of the unexpected runoffs of it. So this isn't going to be about the inflated view counts and the impact that had on multiple online outlets. I
remember that.
Yeah, there's a very good Slate article here, The Big Lie Behind Pivot to Video. And that impacted a lot of places like Mike, Vice, and Mashable, and ended up laying off journalists to invest in this short form shareable video content. And that's another subject for another time, because A, it's very, very depressing, and B, it's happening again. Look what Vice just did with Refinery 29 and Vice. But
picking those scabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's for another time.
But
go on, Tam.
Before we get into it, I would like to give a wonderful editor, Voidberger, request to just randomly intersperse wherever you feel is the best based on your excellent comedic sensibilities. The clip of Mark Zuckerberg saying, "Sweet baby Riz."
Sweet baby Riz.
Just wherever you want, just put that in there. Just stick it in a few places here and there. Whatever works for you, just go wild.
Pepper it in.
Yeah, just pepper it in.
The spice of that.
Sweet baby Riz.
So what I did want to explore was this element of Facebook video. And so this one just works better if we all just watch it. And I'm sorry.
What the hell?
you get all of that. Spread it around. Make sure the chunks are all spread equally.
That noise is
This happens really
disgusting
quickly, so
to
just
me.
hurry up. Set that aside. Okay. This is the fastest family recipe for dinner that you'll ever see.
The fuck am I watching?
And all the kids will love it because obviously, who doesn't like spaghetti and Italian?
Hey, who doesn't like spaghetti
Who doesn't like
Italian?
spaghetti Italian?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Straight from Rome. Like,
Awesome. Here, if you just kind
oh
of
wow, I didn't
flatten them out
realize
like this.
they allowed these crimes.
Food crimes.
She's
I mean, it
punching
doesn't
this
get
bread.
better from this, by the way.
Perfect. Really get that powder in.
Yeah, as if you need to narrate what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, get that powder in there.
Knife. No child wants to eat crust.
Well, maybe
I
they
don't
should.
care who you are, but no.
I don't
kid
care
wants
who
that.
you are.
Take those off. Perfect.
I've seen this,
Wow.
and each time it somehow is worse.
It gets
I don't know-
upsetting every time.
I don't know why I'm so mad at this person. I'm just very mad.
This is so easy.
Oh my. What the fuck are you about to do?
That cheese. I put
You know what that
them in
is?
the oil.
I feel like every time I'm on some like giant bomb content, I inflict food crimes upon you
Yeah.
all.
More
I think the
garlic.
one
really
ingredient
is.
this is missing is Voidburger. Cue it.
Sweet baby Ray's.
Just a small dash of milk, just enough to get it kind of.
What the
No,
fuck
what
is
are
that?
you doing?
To get it juicy!
It's already sauce. It's already half liquid. You are not making it
All gonna
juicy.
cook right in here. We're almost there.
We're not almost
Finish it
there.
off with one more can.
Oh my.
This is for a big family size. I don't know
What
how
the
many people you want. You could just use one can.
Oh, I can't even watch this. I honestly have to look away.
Look at it, Jeff. Do not turn away. This is the
peeking
internet.
over it. I'm peeking over my
This is what
microphone.
you signed up for.
It's
One more layer of cheese.
oh
I'm a big
god.
cheese fan.
I mean, I love mozzarella cheese
better.
as much as the next person, but what you are doing
Is
is
a
an
crime.
actual travesty.
Garlic.
And then
yeah,
again,
get
just the garlic
on there.
powder.
Almost there. This is the
I don't know. Oh, what the?
layer.
So sorry. This is like I read a tweet, I think it was years ago,
That is
where
the
someone likened The Room
Come.
and Tommy Wiseau to being an alien.
Put it in the
And The
oven.
Room is his best interpretation
so
of what
good.
humanity does
looks
and like
so
how humanity
good.
acts. And this is what this fucking
best
food
one
thing
yet.
is, right?
Oh my gosh.
Girl.
Done.
What is that?
Amazing.
Well, Tam, it's the easiest dinner hack ever.
That apparently you're unaware of what the word hack implies.
So that hideous thing has been viewed 41 million times on Facebook. It went viral on Twitter as well. It went viral on Reddit because obviously it's been re-uploaded. People are being very, very angry at it, which is, that's the first reaction is like repulsiveness, but also pure anger.
Because of the food criminology.
Because of food
alt one,
crimes.
and also two, because it's almost so absurd that it's like a meme
Yeah.
in disguise. Like,
But I mean, so the thing is as well, it's like 41 million views. Bear in mind that Facebook counts 3 seconds as a view, or at least they did back in 2019. So I don't know how many
Yeah.
people have actually managed to get through the whole thing, but 41 million on one platform alone as well. That is from Janelle Flom.
I'm not one to take the piss out of anyone's name, but Flom is a bad name.
Janelle
Yeah,
Flom.
It's too close to phlegm. I'm sorry.
yeah, I mean, look,
It's too close to
she
phlegm.
knows it. She knows it too.
She's aware.
Like, it's fine.
So Janelle's page, right? She has, if we just take a look at it, Janelle Flom Show. Her business, she classes herself as an interest. If you just look at this, I have no idea who or what Janelle is or does, right? She classes herself as an interest. Her fucking bio is a page full of fun videos and photography tips and tricks. videos.
Just flomming around on the internet.
And then if you
This
go
is
down
what
though,
Flom looks like.
her posts, and it's very you can just like see right through this, right? It
The
is
person
desperate
I
to call.
miss
Yeah,
the most is Voidburger.
Sweet baby Ray's.
the person I miss most is Gordon Ramsay to talk about those fucking food crimes. But it's like, look at this: desperate call for engagement, wacky video, desperate call for engagement, wacky video. And then if you actually look, like she has like 400,000 people follow, 132,000 people like this page. It's Facebook. I don't understand how those two things are different. But if you go to her videos, for a fucking photography page, she has 2 videos about photography, right? So Janelle confuses me. I'm also not sure which one is Janelle.
I'm also not sure Janelle's actually a person.
I think it's the one on the left. She's the one who made that.
She was in the food crime video.
The food crime video. So Janelle's page also was only made in where is it? Facebook does a cool thing where they have page transparency now. But her page was only made in May 2020.
I'm just excited I get to like see what Facebook looks like now because I have no idea.
Here we go.
This is what it looks like now?
Yeah. So May 2020, and this woman gets an incredible number of views on all her videos, like talking about up in the millions here. But like, all these videos are really weird, but they have a really strange disclaimer on them. Woman makes delicious dessert with her waffle maker and frosting covered cookies in her kitchen. Tam, can you read out this disclaimer?
Okay. Please be advised that this page's videos are intended for entertainment purposes only. The videos on this page include scripted dramas, satires, parodies, magic tricks, and other forms of entertainment. Names, characters, and incidents are often the product of the director's imagination. So any resemblance to actual persons or actual events is purely coincidental. See less.
Did I kind of call it? Like,
yeah.
She's a comedian.
Well, so the one thing the thread that I want to put on here is magic tricks. Because guess who
Janelle's... We demand to be taken seriously.
Yeah. Guess who Janelle's brother is?
Chris Angel.
Not far off.
Is it David Blaine?
No. Her brother is a magician called Justin Flom.
Again, we're just not getting rid of
Justin
that name,
Flom of the Flom family.
The Floms.
No. So this guy is actually like quite a popular magician.
Okay.
Okay, well, first of all, he was on a show called Wizard Wars. So Voidberger, please cue up that we demand to be taken seriously thing because he was the lead wizard on that show.
Yeah, but also the video of that kid going, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt! Sleep, lightning bolt!
He's been on Ellen. He's been on James Corden. Unlucky.
That is a couple of double L's there.
I'm just saying, like, for the like magician, professional magician, celebrity magician checklist, I feel like we're ticking all the boxes.
But he's a very successful career magician. He also has a very popular Facebook page. Oh God, his cover photo is a bloody him and James Corden, isn't it? And Rebel Wilson, and I don't know who that is. Is that someone?
Look at James Corden's face.
Ever since I noticed the laughing thing.
As far as I'm aware, James Corden is frozen like that for all time, and that is how he appears.
So, 8.9 million followers. This guy, I looked at Tubular. I made a Tubular account for this. So he's been around since like September 2008 on Facebook. In May of this year, he had 600 million views. And then in June, he had 400 million. And then in July, he had over like 200 million. So something's happening to his algorithm. But he's got like 250k on YouTube, but he hasn't uploaded in a year. His content, if you compare it to his sister's, is way more general. It's more drama playlists. It's he's got some food stuff, don't get me wrong. But he's got, like pranks and drama and like, whoa, grandma. It changed the whole toilet. Like he's doing this weird thing where he's putting stuff in the toilet. And then, but then there's stuff that's a little bit saucier. She got so wet. It exploded way more than they thought. She's so wet again. 4 girls floating on each other.
Tell me more.
She gets so mad. And so like he ripped her top off.
What is this?
So
it's all boobs now.
You get fire here. Look at this. Watermelon.
Oops, all boobs.
Watermelon. It goes so fast. So it's a very weird thing. But also, all of his videos have the same disclaimer, like the exact same one.
Okay.
And it's
the flom claimer. Is what we'll call him now.
The flom disclaimer. And you might think it's because they're brother and sister, right? Maybe they help each other out in this burgeoning Facebook wild west of Facebook video content. No, it turns out they belong to the same network. And also, hang on, before we get too far away, his Wikipedia page reads like his manager has written it. It's wild, and like half of it just doesn't have properly sourced
he's got
things.
like refs in there that he hasn't properly opened and closed.
Yeah. Whoops. I'm also not sure 2019 needs its own subhead for a sentence, but anyway.
Yeah.
So that was just an aside for me. But they're all part of the same network, not run by the Floms. They're run by this guy. And again, another famous magician. He lives and works in Vegas, which seems to be where all the magicians of the time will go.
Where you have to go.
If you're a magician, you kind of have to go there. His personal page, 14 million followers.
Okay.
And he has this very sophisticated Facebook network of video creators.
He doesn't have a very sophisticated website, though. Jesus. What is
Oh,
this?
no. I mean, the website is a crime. It's not even made on like Squarespace or anything. Get a grip. But if you go onto his website, you can see this is the Rick Lax Productions. First of all, my man doesn't know how to make a PNG of his logo.
Yeah, get some transparency in your life, my friend.
Oh my God.
And so
this is
the Trump show. I wonder how that's going.
This is
Have they been uploading recently? 23rd of April.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But then the same, like, look, the Trump show has shared Rick Lack's show. It's a very sophisticated content network, essentially.
I mean, this is obviously what Zuckerberg had in mind.
Oh, yeah.
The whole time.
You know what else he had in mind? Wordburger.
Sweet baby red.
The thing that really got me about this, though, is when I was scrolling through this fucking guy. Like, if you grew up on early YouTube, especially around 2009, 2010, when YouTube was like really coming into its own, fucking Ray William Johnson, who did =3, this guy was one of the biggest people on that platform.
Yeah.
And then, he's now... he was. He hasn't updated here since October 2019, but he was a part of this network.
What?
Go up again? Go up. Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, no.
Not exactly done. But then it doesn't look like it really gave it a fair shot, because it was created in 14th of July, and this page hasn't stopped updating in October of 2019.
What is going on?
So it's like a thing to unravel. And if you go all the way back, you can see that these pages have been... If I go back to his like very first video, it'll have been shared by... like Rick Lax or someone else in that network. So it's a very clever way of here, the music show. There you go. This page is produced by Rick Lax Productions. So you can see how this network operates, right?
Yes.
And also part of the network is this woman called Adley Stump, and she was on she's a Grammy Award winner. She was on The Voice in like 2012, and she has also done one of those god awful terrible cooking videos. I'm not going to show the whole thing because it is disgusting, but she's the woman who mixed... This is the ultimate nacho hack.
It's just on the table. It's not on a plate. It's just on...
It's like a Cold Stone Creamery.
Yeah, but I don't think that's her.
Oh, shit. I can't... What the fuck is that?
I don't think that's her in the video, but her page has shared it, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
an
food
actual
crimes.
Fuck.
But then look, she's got like a little cone that she can put stuff into.
Okay, that's clever, but what the fuck?
Right?
She's using an ice cream scoop.
Oh, shit.
I mean, this woman...
Oh, shit. Oh.
I'll stop it just for you. But yeah, so this is the kind of weird shit that this network makes and that gets shared.
And like, where's the $=$?
Oh, the =3 guy. The Ray show. Well, I mean, I don't think Ray was doing great content.
Okay.
Like...
Wow.
Yeah.
They really just made the internet too easy.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they did.
Fucking low effort skits.
It's too easy to make internet.
Yeah.
Don't choke. Yeah, this is like 2007 YouTube that he's just remaking into.
Oh no, we can't touch the woman.
Yeah. But anyway, that's, part of this network. And Rick Lax, to kind of get at the head of the snake, I suppose.
Is this an origin story for Fuck Jerry? Is that what we're doing here? Is that this is?
No, that would have been amazing. But like Rick Lax has kind of been on the Facebook algorithm game for years. Here's a news article from him about him, VegasNews.com, in 2016, where they talk about him getting 1 billion views. And this is back in 2016. And over 750 million of those came from his own personal page. So this is, the kind of inception of this network that he's making. This guy has always been gaming the system. And when he was going really popular and really viral around this time, he was getting a ton of shit because his content was absolute dreck. And not dreck in the same way that these terrible cooking videos are dreck. Dreck in the way that he was just doing like riddles and like maths problems. And if you got the question, if he guessed your number, if he guessed your card, you had to share the video and you also had to comment. So it's these desperate ploys for engagement and shareability, and then they'll get sucked up into the algorithm. And it's a way of creating virality. And it reminded me of this really great article I read a couple years ago by a friend of the show. I don't think he's ever seen the show, but he's a friend of ours. Simon Parkin.
Legend.
Absolute ledge. About this company in the UK called Social Chain. And I think they've changed their business model now because I think Twitter actively cracked down on what they were doing. But what they would do is they would own a ton of really popular Twitter accounts, things like Medieval Reacts, Student Problems, and people who work there owned and operated those Twitter accounts. But as a part of this network, if they had been hired to make something trend or promote a hashtag, all of these big accounts would take part in what's known as a thunderclap, where they would all tweet in their own verbiage on each account.
Yeah.
At the same time, but all use the same hashtag. And Twitter, seeing all these big accounts tweet the same thing, will just like push you up through the algorithm and make stuff trend. So very similar concept here. With Rick Lax and his network, he'll set up these accounts, they'll share videos, and then they'll get cross-posted to all these other videos, sort of boost. This technique hasn't even gone away. You see it on TikTok all the time, not only with the duet feature, but you see things like the Hype House, where famous like TikTok people will all get together and live in the same house and make content all together. And it's a well-known way of, building up your profile and whatever, and just kind of pushing those numbers up from rookie numbers to, badass numbers.
Yeah.
So now we come back round to why weird, gross food videos. And so The Atlantic, this is a fantastic article about it, where they really try and dig deep and discover why. And The Atlantic actually blames BuzzFeed for this, which is really funny because BuzzFeed, if you think about it, the way that Tasty just sort of made food videos on YouTube, and then the shareable versions that would go on Facebook, where it was just the hands, no text, easy to follow recipes that wouldn't even necessarily give measurements, I don't think, but the camera would be like top down. And, they started off being popular because it's, it's breaking down the barriers to entry. If you're saying, oh, look at all these cooking hacks, right? Breaking down barrier to entry to cooking. But then if you go on like OG Tasty, which is sort of their old graveyard for content, the videos that got really, really popular for them are stuff like stuff you make for Thanksgiving or things that you'd make for the Super Bowl with like loads of cheese, like kind of the stuff that would err on the side of gross.
But like it appeals to your very nascent sensibilities as a human, right? Like growing up, a lot of, like there was some sort of wicked, naughty freedom of like taking all the food in your house and coming up with some sort of disgusting concoction. Like that appeals to the very nature of growing up. If you have the means to like be that kind of, mad food scientist, there is something there. And it's also, I think, this sort of food porn thing that we have working in our I'm sorry some wicked sort of
Sweet baby Ray.
food pod
Yeah,
thing which triggers some sort of receptor, definitely.
So in the Atlantic, they also talked to a philosopher who said, also shout out to my ads. Yes, I did click on an advert for dungarees, and I think
good
I'm
for
gonna
you.
buy-
Well, it's understandable.
Yeah, they're very comfy. And so they talk to this philosopher, and they say the philosopher kind of puts forward the theory that we're compelled to these videos because it's like uncanny valley shit. They're just close enough, but then ever so slightly wrong, and that's why we want to watch it. And actually, if you think back, so the Atlantic blames BuzzFeed for this, but I would argue that Epic Mealtime are the people who really are to blame for this shit, because they would just take food and just, bacon strips and bacon strips and bacon strips and cheese and just, kill each other with calories. Just sort of misusing food in a very weird, warped way. So there was this interview with Rick Lax earlier this year, and Rick Lax himself says that his network started to do food videos because he noticed that everyone else was doing food videos, and he only started doing it at the end of 2020.
Trailblazer.
But one thing that really stuck out to me, that I guess because you're too focused on the weird food, you don't really notice when you watch these videos, or at least you kind of don't put two and two together, is that all of his videos apparently have a moment of irreverence. So a moment of irreverence in a Rick Lax video is something that you as the viewer just kind of notice that isn't quite right, and then you feel compelled. Again, it's an engagement ploy. You feel compelled to comment on. So in his videos, there would be, like she'll open the fridge and there will be something in the fridge that doesn't belong. I've seen this in a lot of another market of sort of like this network of videos is stuff that comes from China, where you have like the AliExpress, Wish.com, they make their own videos. And typically what they'll do, especially if it's a cleaning or tidying product, they will always have like these fake mice that they'll put in the video, or they'll have something that's not quite right, and it makes you as the viewer go, and just want to comment on. And so, again, it's a deliberate ploy, but also
not totally unlike the strange mobile game ad.
Yeah, exactly.
Not dissimilar. Yeah.
There you go, mate. We're building internet literacy. Let's go.
There you
go.
But yeah, in this article as well, they speak to a psychologist who, and it's so funny earlier, Jeff, when you were watching the video and you said, I'm disgusted by this. They said negative emotions spread more broadly than positive emotions.
Yes.
Provided they're more active emotions.
I talk about games on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
We are aware. We are all aware.
If it's anger or disgust. So that's, a psychological explanation. I will never say a psychological, like that's a theory. There is another interview, and honestly, if you want to get a really great overview, and I've mentioned Ryan Broderick before, I think he is the internet's scholar. I love his work. He's done a really good in-depth interview with Rick Lax, and just, kind of a real good deep dive into it. So that's on Eater. It's your least favorite gross viral food videos are all connected to this guy. And yeah, so Rick Lax, magician, it makes you kind of question. However, it wouldn't be an episode done by me if we didn't talk about sex in some way, because there are, of course, people who have their own opinions and their own explanations as to why these videos go viral, that they are actually secretly coded fetish videos.
Okay.
So no kink shame in the year 2021 and beyond. Actually, no kink shame of all time.
Sure.
But people have suggested that because these videos, they feature typically very good-looking women. They all have their makeup and hair done. They also have their nails done, and they kind of just like smush up food. They have suggested it's part of the sploshing fetish, which I've never heard that word, but it's also the wet and messy fetish, which is the act of incorporating food into your sex life. Voidburger and I had a very funny chat because I messaged her and I said, I'm very sorry about this week's episode. And we had a little chat about cake farts, which...
I'm very fluent with cake farts. I know what that is. It is a long-standing joke amongst my friends as well.
Yes,
so that is the thing that comes out a lot.
So cake farts, if you're unaware, is a nude woman will sit on a birthday cake, smush it around a little, and then fart into it. Also part of the wet and messy.
As you do.
Well, it just seems like a real waste of cake.
It is. It's cake crime, is what it is.
It's cake crime.
You don't want dairy up your asshole as well. It could be weird.
Honestly, it just sounds like one hell of a way to get the mother of all yeast infections.
Yeah.
So, which
No
I
bueno.
like. I'm very aware, only woman on here, but like the fact that you guys don't call it thrush is really weird. Where in the UK, if you say thrush, we automatically go to the infection, whereas in America, we go to the bird. Yeah.
Yeah, not a thing.
It's another one of those like fanny pack things, where people, just complete like, you know what? Same language, different language.
Yeah.
Truly.
But no, so there's another great so this YouTube channel by Chad.
No.
She's made a great video about a TikTok page that is secretly, she believes, making fetish videos. And this person here, Banana Loves You Too, guess what bloody network she belongs to? So
okay,
this video. Everyone knows this video.
Yeah.
I mean, this just does not feel good.
No.
This is one of the worst things ever captured on film.
Like,
Look at this shit. But guess which fucking network she belongs to?
She's flumming it up with the flums and Rick laxative.
Flum ass.
Oh, look, and then she's fake serving it to everyone.
This is also cultish in a way that kind of reminds me of like what was that show on HBO recently about the see, like no what is that?
Yeah, so they've experimented with baby stuff.
No.
But the thing, look at that. Hang on, wait.
Yeah, that's one of the least worrying things on
this. We need to. I don't. This is. I'm sorry. Like maybe I'm misidentifying it, but it is weirdly cultish in a way. Like
look at this one to the right here. You can't say they don't know what they're doing. But
no, it's just like
it's
bizarre.
It is
cultish, but also like it does lean into fetish tropes as well. So hang on, let me find this specific video.
I mean,
look at this, like underwear and some egg. What's going on there? There is one that made me very upset. Look at this. She's washing her hair in a toilet bowl.
That toilet bowl has seen things.
There is one video that did make me very upset.
This one. So bizarre. This is the most bizarre shit.
But like, this is kind of leaning into foot stuff, and this is what Chad talks about in her video. It's the It does make you kind of feel a bit uncomfortable, and so
she's doing this.
She's in the middle of a
store.
Walmart. She's in the middle of Walmart doing this.
You know what it is? It's we have to come up with a name for this genre. It's like pedestrian gore. It's just like it's some sort of like it's like mediocre gore.
That's the thing. The thing about fetishes, right, is you can have whatever fetish you want. Just 100%. Don't involve unwilling people into your fetish. And so stuff like this makes you feel so uncomfortable. It's like
yeah, but also like but there's a line though, right? Like don't fuck with a lot of like shit. Like don't harm people. I don't think they're harming people, but like.
But no, I mean there is someone who works at Walmart who's gonna have to clean that up.
Oh, totally. Like you're fucking with people in a way that is not cool.
Yeah. And if we go to Rick Lax's production page, it's all there. So where is she? That Anna? Yeah, there she is. The Anna Show. And
please, we need to name this.
And then she's part of the network, a Rick Lax production. And so it's so weird. But yeah, so that's why you see all of those weird Facebook
you know what it is?
Cooking videos. And they're all connected.
It's very much reminding me of like all the I know I've brought this up on a previous episode. I am obsessed with the below the fold stuff that falls at the bottom of web pages, like the tabulas of the world, and how it's all just like rotting teeth and fucked up symptoms, and like just like they are appealing to that in the worst way.
Yeah, but
like
that's what the internet is in a way. It is gamifying people's attention spans. And, you know, either you get the dopamine rush or you get the rush of disgust and the need for outrage. It's so bizarre. And yeah, this Rick Lax guy will be making hundreds of thousands, if not millions, off this network because of how they go viral. And it's the way that they've done it is an incredibly cynical way of looking at how people interact with content on the internet. But also, you kind of can't fault him for being how successful. Like, it's... Anyway, so that's the rabbit hole that I fell down. If you see one of those weird videos, I probably guarantee it that it will be part of the Rick Lax Productions network. A couple of things I did want to say is, like, definitely read the Ryan Broderick thing on Eater. It's a very good read. But also, I wanted to give a shout out to Anne Reardon, who has a YouTube channel called How to Cook That. She's Australian, and she says how to cook that, and she's very sweet. But she is I believe she's a pastry chef, but she makes it her mission to debunk cooking hacks. And so I don't think she's ever done anything as extreme as the stuff that's on most of Rick Lax's network, but I think she is one of the kind of rare good people on the internet who actively works against disinformation, because a lot of the time those cooking hacks are actually dangerous. Like, you'll either give yourself salmonella or, you know, you'll explode something. Like, a lot of the time they will use like boiling sugar, and it can be very dangerous. But Anne Reardon is a real diamond because she goes through and does that, and her videos are genuinely very entertaining, and she puts in the work. So I wanted to give a shout out to her channel. I
need closure here.
There is no closure.
No, but like
they've moved to TikTok now. That's your closure. Is it's weird. So when I said earlier, like Justin Flom, he has a YouTube channel that's been relatively successful. You can pinpoint where they pivoted from YouTube because he hasn't uploaded anything in a year, and neither has Rick Lax until fairly recently. And you can just watch the view counts go on YouTube, and it's because like the weird outrage stuff on YouTube isn't getting the reach that it gets on Facebook, and now it's not getting the reach that it's going to get on TikTok. So it's also a case of evolution of a platform.
I don't know how to feel about any of this. Okay, I just don't know how to feel about it, and my gut tells me that it's bad.
Probably.
Like, my gut is just like no.
You know what isn't bad? Wordburger.
Sweet Baby Ray's is very good.
Thank you. I just don't know how to feel about it. Like I said, my gut tells me like it's bad for all of it's all the wrong reasons. You know, I like, there's something about this story that is leaving me very uncomfortable.
The thing is as well, though, the only way to truly stop, because they use disclaimers, they cover themselves, is you need to talk to your Auntie Joan who shares this shit and who comments on this shit and just tell her to stop. Because
but here's the thing.
That's the thing. That's the thing with algorithms like Facebook's algorithm, like Twitter's algorithm. People will reply, even people, if you're replying to dunk on things, and like you are giving
the profile.
Yeah, you're giving oxygen. And so it's why Twitter will never really give you the dislike function, because it thrives. Like Twitter, Facebook, social networks thrive off
It would
outrage.
be a dummy button.
Yeah.
It would be a dummy button anyway. It would be like the closed door button on an elevator. It doesn't matter, right? Like it But here's the thing, right? Like, I want to be clear. I'm also saying that I don't think like they need to be erased from the internet. Like, they have the right to do what they are doing, of course. But there is something, but like the path to that just feels nefarious in a way that is uncomfortable.
It's
because it lays bare how utterly stupid our brains are.
Yeah.
Like, an algorithm is being used to kind of manipulate our bodies and minds or the bodies and minds of people in a way on such a like specific and targeted level that even when we recognize the thing that, and it's the information is out there, that the thing you are looking at is designed to manipulate you and is doing this by like pulling these very weird levers, it still is popular. And it's just basically
Which
like
is what feels bad.
Yeah, what feels bad is you're not as smart as you think you are, you're not as refined as you think you are, and actually you are a dumb, base, instinctual person.
It also feels like if all the algorithms across all the platforms with their layered and complex abilities and all this stuff were just like a big butt, this is what would be coming out of its asshole.
Yeah.
Is like this Rick Lax network, right?
Exactly.
Like that is what
it's the kid.
That's why it feels bad.
It's the kid in class who gets attention by picking his nose and eating his booger. And if you're like,
reward that.
I got a PhD, but the booger eating kid is like leagues more successful than me, and you're like, why is this happening to me?
I mean,
The
thing is as well is that it's not a hack. It's not a cooking hack. It's a human brain hack. Like they've discussed it over time. You know, you can see the rationale with things that they've tried, and this is the thing that's unfortunately stuck. And so, you know, those videos started going around end of last year, start of this year, and they still go viral every so often. Like there was that woman who couldn't make a cup of tea. And
oh my God, the one that's making the Kool-Aid that's put like way too much shit in there.
And it's also kind of weird that there hasn't been, I mean, like I said, Facebook video is another kettle of fish entirely. Facebook in general. Like I would love to do an episode about the metaverse and what Facebook's plans are for that, because God help.
It's horrifying.
This is it's algo gore, right? It's just like
Al Gore.
It is it's Al Gore.
He invented the internet and then he broke the internet.
Bringing it back around. I love it. Wow, what a truly disturbing peak. I mean, it reminds me of like social dilemma stuff. It reminds me of like all of this appealing to our worst sensibilities in a way that most people have no chance up against this machine.
Yep.
Thankfully, we love it, which is why we are on the internet all the time. You can tell us how you feel about this algo gore porn. Algo gore porn. There you go.
Yeah, I love it.
That's an easy way to say it.
Show title. There it is.
On Twitter, I'm at Tamoor H. Jeff, where can people send you algo gore porn?
I'm just not sure I want to give that out anymore, to be
you don't
totally
have Facebook,
honest.
you're safe.
It's true. I'm at Jeff Bakalar.
And Lucy?
And I'm at Lucy James Games.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you're watching previous episodes, leaving comments, upvoting them, get them into algorithm so that we can try and push away all this horrible food nonsense. Don't stick your feet in bread and don't make drinks in your toilet. And we'll see you next week.
Don't tell me what to do.
I leave all these shows around lunchtime and I'm hungry. I am not hungry right now.
May I interest you in a bottle of
Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That is going on the ribs. Sweet Baby Ray's. 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 Sweet Baby Ray's is very good. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That is going on the ribs. Sweet Baby Ray. We have just applied the Sweet Baby Ray's. Maybe throw some Sweet Baby Ray's on the ribs and take it from there.